happy to be at Brembo with Jay Compton, and I've asked Jay to give us a minute of his time to talk to us a little bit about network lighting controls and the solution that we delivered to him about a year and a half ago. So Jay, overall, what do you got to say about this?
I would say the first thing I would say is it exceeded the expectations. The system came in, Mark promised a lot of things, and everything he promised was tenfold. The ease of use of the system, the energy savings, the quality of the lights have been surprisingly good in the environment that we have out here. Haven't had a ton of issues with that, but I really like how easy the system is to navigate and manipulate as we need to make adjustments as we move things around within the plant.
Talk a little bit about how harsh your environment is.
So we dry machine cast iron rotors, as you can see behind us. That dry machining gets into the dust, or into the air. The dust gets into the air. So we'll have a lot of just particulate kind of floating around. Not a whole lot like we used to have, but it still gets into some things and makes us have some issues on our electrical side.
When you were looking at LED versus network lighting controls, what really moved you in the direction of the network lighting controls?
The biggest thing was to have the flexibility. The standard is to put up a light, turn it on, or shut it off. And you're always running that light at 100% by doing that. With the flexibility, in certain areas we can dim it down to 60 or even 40% of the lighting capability. Then also being able to maximize that in the areas that the operators need to see the parts better. So that flexibility is what really drove us to that direction.
Did you find that the utility incentive was about the same as it would have been if you would have just installed LEDs, or was your utility incentive greater because you went with the network lighting controls?
Oh, much greater, definitely much greater. And the consumers guys were really on board with that as well for us to help push that and really get us to the maximum incentive. So it really worked out good for us in all aspects of everything.
So you mentioned that you've dimmed the lights down to different zones to different levels. Are you maintaining the old light levels you used to have, or have you lowered the light levels?
In certain areas we maintain it or even increase it, but in a lot of areas we're able to dim things down. So that's been a benefit for us. If you're in a warehouse, you don't need to have a ton of kilowatts being used. So we have a lot of warehouse space, we have a ton of manufacturing space, but certain areas of the areas where we're manufacturing don't require a ton of light either. It's just basically when we're trying to do visuals, inspections, stuff like that, we really want to get the light in there. When
you moved into the office area with the network lighting controls, how's that worked out? A
lot of the staff was really reluctant. They're a little apprehensive because it's always an open and closed type of item. Just walk in the office, flip a switch on, turn it off when you're leaving. But by doing this, it took some time. We left the switches integrated, but over time now they don't shut them off. It's been really big benefit for us. It saved us a lot more money than I really anticipated. Yeah, I mean, you were using 60 watts a fixture, and now it's down to 40 watts or 30 watts or even 20, yeah. Yeah. And certain people, we have one gentleman who leaves his lights off all the time. He has a window in his office and he leaves them off all the time. And now that we're able to install the controls for him, now he can run those at about 38% of what they should be, and that's what he likes to work in his environment. Other people, they want it as bright as they can get it, which I understand. As long as they don't see this, it's fine. But over time, I dim that down. So instead of being at 100%, we're down to about 80 to 75%. They have no idea over time. So little bits here and there just to get some cost savings out. When you look back, would you do this again? For sure. I think the system has definitely proven itself far better than I could have imagined. The cost savings, but what really boils down to is the service that was provided on getting the system up, the flexibility to create the zones and work within the zones. It's just a win-win. I mean, it really is. So it's been beneficial for Brembo.